Hello everybody, it's Steve Katsikaris, your Norland, Coboconk, Minden community watchdog. Just doing a story here today on this BC father that was just sentenced to 6 months in jail for basically sticking up for his kid and making sure that the kid is of legal age before they start making drastic decisions about their gender. Anyways, make a long story short, I really don't have an opinion on what's right and what's wrong on this. What I do have an opinion on is this man that went to jail unlawfully, to prison for 6 months. And who's to blame for this? Is it the judge? Yes. Is it the Crown? Yes. But the real person that put him behind bars, folks, is this gentleman that you're seeing right in front of you right now. His name is Carey, Linde. He's the BC father, so we can't even know the guy's name, by the way, because of all the baloney going on. But anyways, this lawyer did not defend this man. In fact, he got this man to plead guilty so the court could throw him in jail. All this lawyer had to do was bring the Charter and Rights and Freedoms out, plead not guilty, and this man has the right to thought, belief, and expression, and it's also the rule of law is for the sake of the public interest. So if he wants to talk to the public about this, it's the public's interest, and the Crown damn well knows that's the truth in there. The reason why this man went to jail, long story short, was because this idiot here, Carey Linde, is nothing more than a crook and a criminal, and got his client to plead guilty when he was not of anything. And if you're pleading guilty, no matter if you're innocent or not, the judge has all the grounds now to throw you in jail. And what this lawyer did was basically lie to this guy, probably overbill the hell out of him, and then say he was going to go to jail for 5 years or something crazy like this. So the guy was scared into submission and pleaded guilty. But you can see here now, I got the guy's website here now, and there's his phone number. You can see at the top screen here. You can see the propaganda, like how he's supposed to defend his clients. There's the douchebag's video. I'll play the video at the end here for you. There's his name, Carey Linde, Vancouver lawyer. If you need a lawyer, do not hire him. And also here's the Toronto Star. They covered the story as well as Rebel Media and other media outlets. But this is probably why you people at home right now are probably wondering, how in the hell does a guy go to jail for trying to talk about his family issue? And he has the right to free speech. And the judge in this case is way out of line too. So you can see this is the story here that the Toronto Star posted here just a couple days ago. I just want to get my 2 cents in and tell people that the reason why that poor father went to jail is because Carey Linde, his lawyer, put him in jail when he was supposed to do what? Defend him. Now, if anybody knows this BC father, he needs to get in touch with me, and we're going to sue that son of a bitch for not doing his job, and he's guilty of 465 of the Criminal Code, Section B. When you unlawfully try to convict someone for a crime they did not commit, then that's criminal conspiracy. So this damn lawyer did fraud by billing this BC father and then getting him to plead guilty for a crime he didn't commit, and had the Constitution and the Charter to knock it down in 5 minutes. And that's how the judge, the Crown, and your defense lawyer all work together to screw you. I just want people to understand what's going on here. All right? And that's probably why you're wondering, how in the hell can a BC father who's sticking up for his kid to make sure the kid was at legal age before they make these decisions about what gender they want to be? No. And I'll tell you why. Because maybe right now you can get your kid who's 5 years old to go out and buy a pack of smokes at the 7-Eleven, and when the 7-Eleven doesn't sell the smokes to the kid because they're underage, the kid can take the 7-Eleven and nail them now in the lawsuit for failing to provide services and goods under the Human Rights Act, and use this case here saying age and gender have nothing to do with it. Geez, if he can get you to cut your nuts off under the age of 18, you know, what's wrong with having some kids smoking? At least you can quit smoking, right? You see how stupid this is? That's what I'm trying to get at here. But this is the baloney dog shit that's going on in these courthouses, where lawyers that's supposed to defend you work with the friggin' government and the attorney general and the judges and the prosecutors, who are supposed to be looking out for the rule of law and the sake of the public interest. And we're not seeing this. We're seeing nothing more than freak shows going on inside of that courthouse. And I use the word freak. You damn right this is a freaky case. Freaky case, stupid case, and people need to know what's going on. Anyways, I put my 2 cents in. I'm Steve Katsikaris, your Norland Coboconk watchdog, always watching out for the taxpayer and the environment. So long, everybody, and stay tuned for my next video. Take care. Oh, before you go, let's just watch this little video that this douchebag lawyer put together showing how great he is. He gets dressed up in his Halloween outfit and he thinks that shows that he's smart and qualified. This idiot doesn't say anything, but let's just listen to him with his book and his robe, and you can see what kind of fraud he really is. Anyways, here we go. We're going to play this now, and you be the judge.
If you are afraid of losing your child to an alienating parent, I've got good news for you. The law is on your child's side. I'm Carey, Linde, and I can help. I'll do my best for you here in my office, because nobody wants to go to court. But if we have to come here to court, this is what I'll do my very best for your child. Check me out. Give me a call. Let's talk.
What a complete joke, eh? What a complete joke that guy is. He didn't say anything about it. He says he's going to be on your kid's side, but if your kid's suing you, you can see that kid was suing the BC father, right? So he even says in his video he's going to be on your kid's side. Now you know why that guy ended up in jail. But you can see all he's playing is puppet show with the robes, a book in his hand. He doesn't state one law, not one law. Jeez, starting with the charter. Anyways, I just want to show you what kind of fraud douchebag this guy is. Boy, when that BC father gets out of jail, he's got a great lawsuit, starting with what they call punitive damages. Criminal conspiracy under 465 paragraph B of the Criminal Code. Big time. And the Charter on Rights and Freedom is going to be coming there too, starting with thought, belief, expression, and the right of media. Anyways, there you go, folks. That's the Steve Katsikaris legal lesson, all free for me. All for you. Why? Because you deserve the rule and the benefit of law. Anyways, take care and have a great day.
Or ask approval for specific operations, if that's what you mean. We are an autonomous department.
Authorized by whom?
Section 31 was part of the original Starfleet Charter.
But that was 200 years ago.
This may look like a plain, unassuming piece of parchment, but is actually one of the most famous documents in the world. Magna Carta, meaning the Great Charter, has inspired people across the centuries, from Thomas Jefferson to Mahatma Gandhi. But why was the Charter originally created, and what does it actually say? Let us take you back to medieval England. It's the year 1215, and the ruler is King John. Many people believe that King John was one of the worst kings in history. He imprisoned his former wife, he starved his opponents to death, he allegedly murdered his own nephew, and pulled the beards of the Irish chiefs. King John had imposed heavy taxes on his barons in order to pay for his expensive foreign wars. If they refused to pay, he punished them severely or seized their property. The barons demanded that King John obey the law. When he refused, they captured London and John was forced to negotiate. The two sides met at Runnymede in June 1215. The result of the negotiations was written down by the king's clerks into the document we know as Magna Carta. Although most of the Charter's clauses dealt with medieval rights and customs, Magna Carta has become a powerful symbol of liberty around the world. The most famous clause, which is still part of the law today, for the first time gave all free men the right to justice and a fair trial. No man shall be arrested or imprisoned except by the judgment of their equals and by the law of the land. To no one will we sell. However, this clause was not as liberal as it sounds. The Charter only applied to free men. The vast majority of people in 1215 were unfree peasants who were ruled over by their landowners. And although Magna Carta was intended to create peace between King John and his rebellious barons, England was plunged into civil war after the Pope declared the charter invalid. When King John died of dysentery in 1216, 9-year-old Henry III took to the throne. To keep the peace, Magna Carta was reissued several times during the 13th century, until it was finally made part of English law. Magna Carta has lived on for 800 years and is echoed in the United States Declaration of Independence and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Perhaps Magna Carta's most important legacy is that everyone, including our leaders, must obey the law. What started out as a document of specific complaints from a group of barons has turned into an international symbol of liberty, without which we might not have the rights we value so much today.
Well, then he'd certainly be the chief of staff of the army, wouldn't he?
He would not have to be.
Well, somebody must have preferred these charges against Colonel Mitchell. And since we can't seem to locate him, I'm left no alternative but to name the one officer of the army who's the commander of every soldier serving under the American flag. I name the President of the United States.
Order in the court.
For the court's convenience, I've prepared here a subpoena calling upon President Coolidge to appear before this tribunal and to testify as to his personal knowledge of the facts of this case. I call upon the court to issue this subpoena and have service made upon him.
This will be considered in closed session. Court will adjourn.
Congratulations.